Hello, I'm Holly Marie St. Pierre, and welcome to my podcast, Crochet at the Lodge. This is my second podcast, and I'm really excited to be finally able to do it. It's been probably a month or more since my very first podcast. I've had some technical difficulties. I was just swearing before I actually started taping today. So I had a little bit of advice. My daughter said I could do some things to improve the quality of my video. So I took that advice to heart, and I got a better light, and I've been trying some different things. So hopefully the quality for this one is better. So it's just, getting to learn how to set it up and all of those things. I'm not a super techie person, but I can learn. So anyway, I am very excited. I've had quite a few things I've worked on because it's been a month. But so I won't be showing every single thing because I've had a lot of things that I've worked on, but I want to share the things that are I think most important to share. So first of all, I watched some other great YouTube podcasts by other crocheters and makers. And Zach at the Stout Stitch is one of those that I watch. And I learned on there about the Hats Not Hate campaign by Lion Brand Yarn. And it's a campaign where they're hoping to receive at least 100,000 crocheted or knitted blue caps. As far as I know, any style. And then they will be, it's an awareness campaign. Sorry, I'm not explaining it very well. It's an awareness campaign it's gearing up for the month of October. It's an anti-bullying campaign. And October is National Bullying Prevention Month. And Lion Brand has also teamed up with the group It Gets Better. And they are a nonprofit group that is dedicated to uplifting and empowering LGBTQIA youth who are oftentimes the targets of bullying. So what they're hoping to do is get a ton of these hats from all the talented crocheters and knitters out there, and then they will be distributed to the school sites that are participating across the country in this campaign. So I have one hat done, and I want to make a few more. So this is the one that I chose to make. There is a pom-pom that can go on the top. I haven't decided if I'm going to add that yet. But I really like this little textured pattern on here. And it's a child size hat. I believe all the hats have a requirement to be 16 to 20 inch circumference. It won't fit on my head. I have a fat head. Otherwise I'd try it on. But, and so they want to have blue. They'd like to have blue hats. Blue is apparently the color of awareness. So anyway, that's my hat, and I plan to make more, but they have a deadline of August 1st, and I'll post a link to the website because on there they have listed different locations where you can mail or drop off your hat donations. So anyway, I'm very excited to be participating in this. As I was talking about in my first podcast, I am a mental health therapist, and in all the years that I've been working with people, I can tell you that many issues that people have often do stem from something like bullying in childhood. So I've seen the effects of that. And so I think that this is a very, very worthwhile campaign to be involved in. And so I'm hoping, they will reach their target. I know there's so many talented people out there that can contribute to this. So, hats not hate. And I will post a link under the video so you can see how to participate. You have until August 1st to get at least one hat done and send it in. Oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot to say that this hat pattern, Winter Blast Hat, was designed by Elena Klug for Red Heart Yarns, which is now Yarnspirations. This is an older pattern, but it is still, it's on the Yarnspirations website. If you wanted to take a look at it, it's not hard, it's easy pattern, and again, I'll post a link to that. So that was that. The other I made, so this, I decided I wanted to try making some baby blankets. I do not know anybody that's having a baby, but they look so cute and so fun and look like they don't take a ton of time to make. I tend to like projects that are not going to take weeks and weeks to make, because I lose interest if it's too long. But I found this really cute pattern on Ravelry. It's called the Soft and Snuggly Baby Afghan. And the designer is Christine, I think you pronounce it Long. It's Longe. Her website is Lakeview Cottage Kids. So I'll show you. I just love it. I think it's so sweet. So I love these colors. I was thinking about selling it. I just love these colors so much though. I love purple and I love pink. So I don't know, and it's really soft. This is a Lion brand yarn. It's let's see, so I had it's a cupcake. And the color is Too Much. And it is machine washable and dryable. It is 100% acrylic. It is a number 3 size. So yeah, too much. It's TUTU. So anyway, I just love this. I love it. I love it. I'm not a grandma yet, and I'm not in a hurry. But I just had so much fun making this, and the shell pattern. It was really soothing because it just has this one stitch through most of it in the body. It's basically like a shell stitch, and so it was nice. I could just, you know, crochet and crochet, you know, I was watching TV. So anyway, that's that. So soft too. Then I do have a work in progress, which is another baby blanket. I purchased on sale, I think it was like $2.99 for like a PDF download. You could, you know, download it immediately, you know, to your device, your PC or whatever. And I think it's called something like Snuggly Baby Blankets, but I got it from Annie's craft store. It's an online craft store. So I think it has like 7 baby blankets in it. And so I thought this one that's a pineapple stitch, if you know, it's all kind of crumply because of course it hasn't been blocked because I'm still working on it. But so I thought this would be super cute. So it's called Pineapple Elegance, and the designer is Lucille. I don't know if it's La Flame or La Flamme. It's LAFLAMME. Yeah, and the download is Snuggly Baby Blankets at Annie's Craft Store. And I used, this is the yarn I'm using. Let me hold it a little better so you can see better. So Bernat Baby Sport. So it's a 3. It's also 100% acrylic, machine washable and dryable. It's fairly soft. It's not as soft as the other blanket I was showing you, the cupcake yarn. I didn't know that because when I purchased it online, and you know, I've been purchasing a lot of things online, you know, trying to limit, you know, my exposure to the virus. So yeah, I think if I'm making something that's really soft, it's not super scratchy or anything, but I think I would have liked it to have been a bit softer, considering, you know, it's a blanket. I mean, they have a picture of a baby with a blanket on the front, but it's not, I don't know, it's just not as soft as I thought it would be. So, but it's not horrible or anything. It's not like wool. um, but yeah, I think I probably, if softness was something that was really important, I probably would want to, you know, wear my mask and go into the craft store and like actually, you know, feel it. Um, Otherwise, you know, I can, you know, buy the other ones online that the softness isn't as much of an issue. Um, but yeah, I'm just trying to limit my exposure. You know, my husband is part of the vulnerable population, and so I don't want to expose him to anything needlessly. Um, so anyway, I think it's going to be so beautiful when it's done. Just show you that pattern again. So I love that pineapple pattern. I was I was watching the other day while I was stitching it. I was watching Blue Hawaii, that old Elvis musical. It's Elvis and Joan Blackman, because I was stitching these pineapples over and over. I was in the mood to see something about Hawaii, so I turned that on. It was kind of fun to watch. Not like a huge musical fan, but it was okay. It was fun. So that's that. So that's my work in progress. I also I got a huge amount of yarn, actually from my ex-mother-in-law. So my daughter moved into her house because my ex-mother-in-law she was changing houses, moving closer to her son, my ex, and so she's renting out her house to my daughter. And so she was getting rid of a lot of things because she was moving to a smaller space. And I went over, well, my mother-in-law didn't directly give me the yarn, but I went over to visit my daughter and my son-in-law, and my daughter said, oh, you know, Grandma's getting rid of all this stuff, and she's just sending it to Goodwill, and I think there's a bunch of yarn in here. So I just took it all. Like, I didn't even look through it. Well, I did a little bit. So one of the things, there was like just a ton of yarn, just tons of things in there. But there were a couple things that were really unusual, I thought. And maybe people that have been crocheting forever know about these, but I had never seen these before. This is also Lion Brand. This must be Lion Brand Day. It's called Incredible, and it's ribbon yarn. And I guess, though, from what I can tell, this is discontinued now. But and I got a couple other colors of it too. So I'm sure you could maybe get it like on you know, maybe Etsy, or what's the other one, eBay. But I was thinking about making some kind of maybe fairy-ish looking wrist warmers, because I have this pattern. I have a sewing pattern for making a fairy costume. And even though I won't be going to anything this year where I can probably wear that, we do have this big celebration called Fairy Worlds out here. I live in the Pacific Northwest in Southwest Washington. And I've been wanting to go to this Fairy Worlds thing. I guess my husband's been to it, you know, a few years ago, a couple times. I have some friends that have been to it, and I don't think they're going to be holding it this year, and even if they were, I wouldn't be going. But I had bought this pattern last year, hoping I could make it. I didn't bring it in here, or I'd show it to you. But yeah, so when I saw this yarn, I thought, you know, I could make like some, you know, longer, maybe wrist warmers that maybe have, you know, I don't know, just fairy looking ones. So anyway, I think I'm going to try that. I have 2 balls of this color. It is, what color is this? Purple Party. So yeah, ribbon yarn. So I'm going to try that. And then I have, there was this other one too. It just says Binario. It's this really pretty blue color. I was like, oh, could I weave that into like another one of my hat not hate hats? It's just so pretty. It's see, this is how it is when you pull it out from the ball. And it's made in Italy. It says it's 100% polyamide. I have no idea what that is. But yeah, I mean, it's expensive because I see that, you know, she paid $6.99 for it, for this little tiny ball. So, because there's only, what, 82 yards? Oh, well, 82, that's more than I thought, but still. So anyway, I'm excited to try that in something because it's so pretty. So yeah, so that was 2 of the more interesting ones that were in there. There's some other ones in there too that were really kind of feathery, like it, you know, how feathers are, having that texture. So we'll see. I have a feeling those will be more challenging to work with, and depending on my patience level. So anyway, I'm excited to try those. And then I also, there was you know, another sale at the Annie's Craft Store, and so I couldn't help myself. I got this, I know it's not even close to Christmas time, but I got this Granny, what is this? Granny Square Christmas. And I love how cheerful that looks. And I think there's 15 patterns in here. It was originally, what, $8.99 US dollars. And I think I got it on sale for $5 or something like that. But it's really nice paper. But you can see there's like, you know, there's a stocking, there's a super cute granny, oh sorry, that's all glary off there. There's a super cute granny square scarf. There's a pillow. There's trivets, and then there's this super cool blanket. And then there's these little ornaments, and they look so cute. So I was trying them out last night. So there's this little tree, and I haven't blocked them or anything. They do need to be blocked a little bit. And then there's this little snowflake, and you can like work them up in like 20 minutes or half an hour. So I made those two. I didn't make one of the stockings yet, but they were so fun. I needed a break from the pineapple blanket. So I was doing those. And then there's also a really cute little like a, oh, can you hear those sirens? There's a super cute little baby pixie hat in here. So you can make it for a child too. There's a child size one, which I might make that one for the hat, not hate. This one here. That one's really cute. So, and the designer on this is Lisa Gentry. Designed all of these in this little magazine. So super fun. It makes me happy just to look at it because it's so bright and cheerful. I think that's pretty much everything I was going to show you for today. And then, speaking of cheerful, with being a mental health counselor, I wanted to always take a little bit of time in these podcasts to share some mental health tips with you. And so if you're not super interested in that, and you're here just for the crochet and the crafting, I totally understand. This is the part where I'm going to share a little bit about, actually today, about mindfulness. Mindfulness is something that it's the main way, actually, that I work with my clients. I specialize in treating trauma. And mindfulness is one of the best ways to work with trauma and recovering from it. But it's great for lots of conditions, lots of concerns. And it's not hard to do. It doesn't require anything special. So basically, if you don't know what mindfulness is, the closest thing that I could describe it to that you would know of, that you've probably heard of, is meditation. However, meditation can have a religious or a spiritual connotation to it. And that's not what I'm teaching clients or I'm sharing with clients about. It's a science-based method that has been shown in numerous studies to help people to be able to regulate their moods better, to provide some stress relief, and just to repair certain connections neurologically that may have been affected by trauma. So I wanted to talk today about really like one of the most basic forms of formal mindfulness. And that is like a focusing type meditation. And some people, when they practice it, they like to just focus on their breath. So first of all, you would find a space that's quiet, that's comfortable for you. And then find a place to sit or even lie down where you're going to feel comfortable and not be interrupted or disturbed. And I thought what I would do is I would take us through just a short sample mindfulness meditation so you could get an idea of how it goes. So basically, you're going to want to think about how you're sitting, and then it's important to go inward so that you're not being distracted by the outside environment. So you can close your eyes. For some people, closing their eyes is uncomfortable. So if that's true for you, you can just look at the floor, or you can look at your lap. But it's important to not be looking around. It's a little distracting. So I'm going to do that too. I'm going to look down at the ground. And then we're just going to begin by focusing in on our breath. And noticing just what that feels like, noticing our breath, noticing the inhalation and the exhalation. Noticing if we can take a breath all the way down into our belly. If you're feeling too tense to do that, it's okay. You can just work with what you have. And noticing where you feel the sensations of breathing the most. Whether that's at your nose or at the back of your throat or in your expanding chest and belly. Maybe you feel it in a combination of all three. And as you focus on that, just want to notice also just feeling the support of the floor beneath the soles of your feet. Feeling the support of the chair beneath you. And just sinking into that support, allowing yourself to relax your muscles just a bit, just 10% more as you're breathing in and out deeply. And then we're going to focus on the heart center. And maybe you can feel your heart beating. If it's quiet enough, you might even hear your heart beating. Maybe you notice pressure in the ears from your heart beating. If you don't notice any of those things, that's okay. So we're just going to take 2 more relaxing breaths, appreciating oxygen, filling our body, providing us with energy and life. And then when you feel ready, you can go ahead and bring your eyes back up and come back. So my light went off. I guess it's practicing mindfulness and it's decided to relax. That's a really super short, basic mindfulness meditation. It's to, one of the things that it helps us do is be able to find some relaxation and reduce our stress, reduce our anxiety, and there are many other benefits we can appreciate as well. So if you're interested in knowing more about that or different kinds of practices, I will include links. I'll include a link to a free meditation app that I use every day, Insight Timer, and there are there's thousands of free meditations on there. There's also some really nice, peaceful ambient music as well. So I just wanted to share that with everyone, considering everything that's going on for us at this point. You know, all the concerns about the virus, and then the tensions due to the racial unrest. You don't know if you're having protests where you're at. If you are, hopefully they're peaceful. I just want to say that I totally support all of the changes, that it seems like more people and more groups are willing to make to become more aware of the racial injustices. But I do hope that wherever you are at, that those changes and those conversations are taking place in a way so that no one's safety is being compromised. But I think that it is really important that we find ways to take care of ourselves with so much uncertainty going on in this time. One of the ways that I do that helps keep me feeling calmer and grounded is through crochet and also mindfulness. If you have some self-care tips about how you take care of yourself during all the things that we're experiencing as a culture right now, I hope that you'll leave a comment and just tell me about crochet projects that you're working on. So I'm new to all this, and I'm hoping to be able to connect with people the crocheting, making community. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm going to end this podcast. I'm supposed to meet with a girlfriend of mine on Zoom, and we're going to have a little happy hour. But happy solstice to everyone. And be well. Thank you.